Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. 2 running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's McCoy's Bills going up against Ingram's Saints. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D looking like they may blitz. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here in the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Room here to run. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 60 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Ingram again, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. He made a play early in that one, where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Brandon Tate, 105 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound at the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Defense showing blitz. On 2nd down, Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You're running against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here's Breeze. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. The first down screen pass, good for 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have broken the tie. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now Brees. Coleman has it here right side. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Taylor with a give to McCoy. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Flushed out right. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Peterman to throw. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Able to slither by. And some room to work. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 63 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Ingram again, a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Ready? 5-9.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Lutz puts this one through. Back now here live in New Orleans. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down right at the 45. And now out come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Play action, now Taylor. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Spins away. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Bills will go for it. It's Taylor. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yeah.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Trying to lay one up. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but for this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, and it brings up 4th. Here's Taylor. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze hands to Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He'll try and run with Ingram, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone looked at
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 20, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 77 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like,
and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Preston Brown in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Taylor going to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And some space here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's caught inside the 10.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Well, Charles, they were
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Covington in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To throw on second down is Luck. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, here's Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Charles, let's step into a conversation about Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the rookie of the year. But when it started for injuries, his defense. J.J. Watt, perennial all-pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost...
Lamar Miller, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 68 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Shift together here from the D-line. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Love. Rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On first down, it's Gore. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Block on third down. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. And Luck hands Hands this one off to Gore. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Here we go. Ohio.
On first down, Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. From the 50, it's Watson. Jonathan Bostic coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. To throw on second is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Watson now to throw. And he's got Miller. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. To throw is Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll run with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Indianapolis Colts finished 3-13 in 2017 as their offense comes back out onto the field. Yeah, you mentioned earlier the offensive line maybe needing some help. Look at all the times that Jacoby Brissett was sacked. I think he said it 52 times. They need maybe some more assistance, though, than just the O-line.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The defense was 30th overall. And so you've got to find some guys who can stop a few people as well. And one GM in the league has told me consistently over time, Davis, it's always going to be a big man's game. They need some big people to fill those roles and start to help this team out.
You mean literally big people?
I'm talking big people, offensive, defensive linemen to help them transform.
Now Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They're going for it. It's Sanchez. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The Colts send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And they will go for it. Sanchez. The ball comes out. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long. It's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. This is taken at the 18. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On On second down, here's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he powers his way up past the 30. So we've come upon halftime. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Here's Watson now on second down. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. On first and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On second down, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing on third and long. Watson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel But they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
A first down carry now for Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Miller. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Miller. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. On fourth down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now it's Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Watson off play action. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that takes us from second to third down. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal, and a great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now he's flushed out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Henry Anderson in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The slot man in motion right. And the play clock's running down. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
It's complete. It's Gore. There goes Frank Gore. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Frank Gore, 78 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And Remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back now at the home of Super Bowl 51, NRG Stadium in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. 2nd down, 8. Back to throw, Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Play fake to Gore. It's locked. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson on the move to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
To throw on second is Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
Here's Luck. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that dig?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. The 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Again, it's Miller. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Flush to his right. There he goes inside the 30. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.